Yo, 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 how's it going, YouTube? It's your boy Nubioo here, and today I am finally doing the barn setup. You guys have been asking for it, and I've been feeling bad that I ain't got it done yet. The support you guys have been showing me is absolutely insane. I really, it's an unfathomable amount of support. Like, you guys are going crazy. I think I'm almost at 200K views in the past 2 days when I had absolutely none basically before. Um, I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate you, every single one of you, for being here. All the likes, all the subs, everything you guys have done. It really has changed my life. I'm not gonna lie. Like, obviously, I'm not making money from YouTube, but I see things from a whole different perspective now, and I can't thank you guys enough. Without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and throw up a list on screen showing you guys exactly what you're gonna need for this. I got it all on a shelf in there, but I want to go ahead and do this so you guys can pause it and read it out and go buy it, and then we can go inside. So I'm gonna throw that up right now. First of all, you're gonna need 14 large shelves totaling $840. Then you're gonna need 4 medium shelves totaling $180. One small shelf totaling $30, 6 lab ovens totaling $6,000, 6 chemistry sets totaling $6,000, and 6 mixing stations Mark II totaling $12,000. Then you're gonna need 1 brick press totaling $800, and get this, you're gonna need 13 lamps totaling $325. I know. Lamps, baby, lamps. The total of this build is going to be 26,175. Not too bad. So I haven't hired the workers yet because I want to show you guys what to do, like where to hire them and everything, and kind of go through the cost of that a little bit. Yeah, you're going to need a fat chunk of change for this build. We're going to go ahead and get into this. I am glad you got... I think I like lamps too much. All right, so anyway, Brad just texted me. Don't worry about that. This is everything we're going to be needing. I got it all on these shelves. This is the most beautiful shelf of all. Everything's on this shelf that you're really going to need. This is completely aesthetic, up to you. Although I do think it helps, and somebody in the comments pointed that out. Some of these places, they get a little dark and it's kind of hard to see. So these lamps do help out a lot. Not needed, but recommended. So go ahead and grab everything out of here. Okay, so we're going to start off with the beds. I'm going to go ahead and come up here. There's some people that I've seen only fit like 7 beds up here. You can fit so many beds up here. You can fit 9 beds total up here. So you're going to turn it like this with the headboard facing this way. Place one here with a little gap in between, one here with a little gap in between, and then you're going to turn it and you're going to fit 3 beds right here, and then you can fit another 2 beds right here. This is 9 beds up here. Plenty of space for 9 beds. And then we got 1 extra bed. We're just going to go ahead and throw that down here. It really doesn't matter where you put that. We're going to start with the chemistry stations, though. What we're going to go ahead and do, go all the way up against this wall. From the door, actually. From the door on this right side is where we're starting. So come back here in this back right corner. Make sure it's not up against the wall. Space it out. And then put it up against this wall on the right side. So the door's back there. Right side here. Okay. So go ahead and line up 3 chemistry stations right here in front of the pole. You can see the pole. Let me swap off that. You can go ahead and see the pole right there. There's a gap in between there. And you already know what that's for. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and grab these other chemistry stations. Line up these other 3 right here with the gap in the pole right there. We want to keep that gap open. That's where our babies are going. Our babies are going there. Alright, so we're going to come to this next little section right here, flip it around, make sure they can get to it. Line these up perfectly with the chemistry stations up against the wall and everything here in front of the pole. Line them up. So now we got 6 chemistry stations, 6 lab ovens. We're going to go ahead and throw down these 6 mixing stations the exact same way. Lined up with the ovens and everything else in front of the poles. Perfect. So we managed to fit everything that they're going to be using, the chemists are going to be using, all in this one spot. It's perfect. Okay, so now with the shelves, a medium shelf here, a medium shelf here, 2 large shelves back here, medium shelf here, and a medium shelf here. That's all of our medium shelves. And then perfectly lined up with the middle of this on either side of this little framework on the edge of these. Go ahead and line up 4 medium shelves, or 4 large shelves, my bad. Go ahead and put those like that. That's perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this small shelf and put it right here on the end. So now that we have these last 8 storage racks, you might be asking, yo, Nubioo, what are we doing with those, bro? Go ahead and walk over here. This is gonna be our acid pseudo and phosphorus shelf going straight to these guys, so it doesn't take very long to load it up. And then with these last 7 shelves, what we're going to do is go ahead and place one here, one here. This is right by the door, by the way, on the opposite side. One here, here, and here. And then we have one last shelf. We're going to go ahead and set it. You can do this side or this side, however you prefer it. I'm going to prefer this side just because of the way I'm setting these lamps up. So go ahead and throw a lamp in this corner and a lamp lined up with this pole. And turn them on so you can see a little bit better. Go ahead and throw one here and one here. One here. You got all these open spots. One here. One here. And then in between all these stations, go ahead and line up lamps on the very edge by the poles on the inside. I know I said this is aesthetic and it does look good, but for real, if it's a little dark in here, you can actually see what's going on. Last 2 lamps go back here, and voila, we are all lit up. We have the brick press. That is the only thing that we have left. If you want to, you can remove this small shelf and set it here. Is it necessary? No, you can place it wherever you want. I'm gonna do that just for aesthetics, just because it looks good. Now we have these 6 storage shelves right here for the ingredients over there, and then these 6 on this side, like these back ones, are going to be for the overstocking of those ingredients. So you can buy, instead of 160, you can buy 162 different times, but it'll double up the ingredients so you can spend even less time filling these up. And then this shelf right here, I put it in the front here so that you can see when you are low on acid, pseudo, or phosphorus, because those are going to be the most important to the whole process. So now that we have every single thing set up in here, all that's left is ordering product and employees set up. So I'm going to go ahead and make my way over to the employee building and hire some employees. All right, so if you didn't know, right behind the laundromat and the barber shop and the clothes store, you can go in these back doors of the warehouse. You don't have to go in that front door. All these doors only open after 6 p.m. So you can't get in here until after then. As you can see, that guy's not over there because I may have beat him up and drug him outside, so I didn't have to get in here so I can get stuff for the video, but you know what, it is what it is. So you're gonna go ahead and come in here, and with this whiteboard right here, you can actually see what everybody does. We're gonna be using 6 chemists, and we're gonna be using 4 handlers, and that's gonna be all we need. I say all we need, that is a lot of money. All right, now I'm gonna make my way back to the place and hope I got the right number of chemists and handlers. I got a little lost counting there, so. Oh my God. You guys could have just went around. Can you guys move? I need to pull right there to park back. Oh my God, I'm gonna lose it. Investigating? I ran over my own people. What do you mean investigating? I'm going inside. All right, now that the cops are gone and I went ahead and slept, we're gonna go ahead and start assigning employees to their jobs. All right, so go ahead and start from the closest chemist to you so you know which one you're on. We're not gonna do beds until the end. We're gonna assign them at the very end, so don't worry about that. Assign stations. We're going to run all the way back here. We're going to assign this first chemistry set. Click assign stations again. Assign the first lab oven. Assign stations again. And assign the first mixing station. And then all good. I know they have 4 jobs. Not necessary. I have tested multiple times. After the patch and everything. Doesn't matter. I've tested this multiple times. If you have one chemist work multiple of the same station besides mixing stations, even then, sometimes it's just less. But if you have them work multiple of the same station, they tend to bug out and just stand there and just look at it. Like they're trying to figure out where they are, or what they're doing. It makes that happen a lot more frequently. I know it still happens. It's a bug in the game. But currently, if you assign them to more than one of the same station, they just get confused, man. They don't like it. So we're going to go ahead and run out here. This one's assigned to 3, as you can see. We're going to go to the next one, the yellow hair girl. You might not have her, but did you see how she was looking at me? I didn't like that. Okay, so we're going to go to the next chemistry station, assign that, and then we're going to click assign stations, go to the next lab oven. I'm saying next because I'm doing this. I have OCD. Listen, it's bad. I have OCD, so this one is the same right here, and it's also the same as this one right here. So I went to that one and I assigned it to the same one on this one, and then I'm going to assign it to the same one on this one. Now she is assigned to all those. Now we're good. You can click escape, come out here, go to the next chemist, click assign stations. We're going to run back here to the chemistry stations, assign them to the next one. And we're going to click assign stations, move it to this one. Keep it lined up. Just keep it lined up. I promise you, even though you might not have OCD, I promise you this is going to make it a whole lot easier on you, because you're going to know who's working what. You're going to know, okay, this chick is supposed to be doing this one. She bugged out, so now the first process isn't happening. Like, don't just assign it to random ones, or otherwise you're going to make yourself get lost. Find your own pattern if you don't like my pattern. So go ahead and go to the next chemist outside. Run back here to the other chemistry stations. I'm going to go ahead and start from here. Set it. Click assign stations. Go over here. Set this one. Click assign stations. Go over here and assign that. Now we're all good. 3 out of 4. I'm going to go out here to the next chemist. I mean, I said you could do it in order to see, but you can also just look at them, and if they're already assigned, don't worry about it. So go to the next one. Click assign stations. Run back to the chemistry stations again. Click on the next one. Assign stations again. The next lab oven. Assign stations again. And the next mixing table. Mixing station. Whatever. 3 out of 4. Perfect. Okay, go to the last and final, but not least. We still like you. Don't worry. Walter. Actually, I don't like you. I don't like Walter. Alright, we're going to assign station. Go back here to the last chemistry station. Go ahead and set that. Go to the last lab oven. Go ahead and set that. And then the last mixing station. Go ahead and set that. 3 out of 4. Go ahead, before we get to the handlers, go ahead, hold your clipboard in your hand without anything selected. Swap off it, go back, and select every single chemistry station here. And then click manage. It says it right there on your screen. Click manage. Go to recipe and set it to the only option here. What we're going to do next is going to take a little bit of time, but we got it. Click manage chemistry station on this first one. Set destination to this first one. Come to manage this next chemistry station. Click destination. Set it to this second one. Click escape. Come over here. Manage this one. Destination. You could reach over, but I'm walking around to show you exactly which one I'm clicking. Set it to that one. Go ahead and click the next one. Destination. Set it to that one. Go to the next one. Click destination. Set it to this one. You need no trash cleaners, by the way. People keep saying that in the comments. You need 0 trash cleaners. They do not produce trash with this setup. Okay, so the last chemistry station, destination, this one. This one's a little bit easier. We're going to go ahead and swap off the clipboard, swap back, and then we're going to click on every single one of these lab ovens. Go ahead and click manage lab oven and click destination, and then click on this first one. So the output of everything that gets made from these is getting sent to this first one, and it's going to go down the line and then back up the line here. And this is the final area, which is going to be getting sent to that. So go ahead and swap your clipboard again. Click manage on this first mixing station. Swipe this threshold to 10. Set the destination to this next one. And then you're going to have to click escape and then click manage again. Up the threshold of this one. Destination, the next one. Escape, manage, threshold, destination, this one. Escape, manage, threshold, destination, this one. Escape, manage, threshold to 10, destination to this one. Escape, manage, threshold, and destination. This is the final one. We're going to set this one to export its products. The chemist is automatically going to carry it from here to the brick press. The last thing we need to do is set the handlers and then buy the product. So I'll go ahead and set the handlers. So this first handler, we're going to click assign station, and we're going to assign him to the brick press. That's the only handler that's going to actually have a job here. We don't need multiple brick presses because you're going to get 20. Each mixing station takes 60 seconds to produce its product if it has 20 in there. So 60 seconds finishes. This product comes out. It's not going to take him 60 seconds to use the brick press. He's going to do this in just a couple seconds, and it's going to do 20 at a time in the brick press. So that's going to come out 20, and then the next one is already going to be in here starting the next 20. So now that we set him to the brick press, and I explained that, go ahead and manage the same guy, and we're going to click add new, and we're going to click from. We're going to run down here, and we are going to set this shelf as our base, what he's taking from to fill all these chemistry stations up. So go ahead and click on this shelf, click 2, and then set it to whichever one. This doesn't matter what order you set this in. So go ahead and set it to one of these, click add new, click none from there, click none here, set it to the next one, click add new, click none here, click none here, click none on from, click here, click none on from here, and click none on from, and set it to here. He is assigned to fill up these 5. I know we're missing 1. That's fine. We're going to go ahead and select our next handler and click root. We don't need to do these stations for them anymore. Go ahead and click from, come over here and do the last one. Go ahead and click on this shelf, click 2, and set it to this chemistry station. So what we're going to do with these last couple handlers is fill these, or take from these shelves, fill these, and take from those shelves to fill these shelves that they're taking to that. A little confusing, but I'll explain it some more. So now that we're clicked on him, if you unclick from him, go ahead and come over here, open up the clipboard, and start from here. So this is going to be our first product. We're going to set this to large storage rack. Yep. Click none here. Now we're going to set it here to the first one. Click none here. Click on the next shelf. Set it to large storage rack. Click none. And we're going to set this shelf to this one. Okay. Click add new again. From. Take it from this shelf. Click none again right here. And take it to this one. So that's 3 already set up. He has 1 more job left that he can fulfill. We're going to set it to this shelf right here. Also, you can do this in whatever order you want. This is just the order I'm doing. If you want it exactly like mine, go ahead and do this exact order. We're going to fill the shelves up in this order too. So now that we're clicked on this shelf, we're going to go ahead and take it to the next product, as this is the 4th step. This is the 4th. So 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. So that's the 4th one. And now all of his tasks are filled up. So that's 5 on him, 5 on him. Click on this next one, click add new, and then from. And we're going to click on this next shelf. And then we're going to click 2, set it to this next mixing station right here. Click add new, and 2. Or not 2, click from, and then 2. And then we're going to set it to this mixing station, the last one. Now we are set on that. All the ingredients will be going in perfectly. So what are we going to do with the last 8 steps that we have available, with the 5 on the other guy and the 3 on this guy? So go ahead and click add new. So what we're going to do is go ahead and set this shelf. Click on this front one, click 2, and then set it to this shelf back here where we got the chemistry stations. Set it to this shelf, and then click add new again, and then from, and we're going to start going around the circle. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's the order that it's going to refill this. Just make sure you have it in the same order and you know which order it is. So this is 1 for me. And I'll go down the line from here. I click on that, I click 2, and I set this to our first shelf with the first ingredient. Click from again, set it to this next shelf, which is number 2, and set this to the number 2 over here. That's all of his steps. So what do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that almost seems like it's perfect to have another handler do the rest of this. Click from on the next handler, click on the 3rd shelf, and go to the corresponding 3rd shelf on the other side that you've set for yourself. So number 3 for me is here. Now we're going to go to 4, click the 4th shelf, click 2, and set it to our 4th shelf. Click add, click none, and then click this next shelf, set it to this is our 5th shelf, so we're going to set it to our 5th shelf on this side, which is this one. Click add new again, from, and our final 6th shelf we're going to set to the 6th shelf on this side. Everything is good in that sense, but you have the one extra route that you can have him do. So you can decide what you want this to do. You don't have to have it set up on the brick press. He's going to take this product wherever we set that. Go ahead and click manage on the brick press. Set the destination of the brick press to any one of these shelves, as these are extra storage space. I'm going to go ahead and set it to this outward shelf right here, this medium shelf. And now he's going to automatically take to that shelf without us having to set a route. All right, so or you could do it like this and put 2 large shelves here, which, I mean, my OCD-ness is messing with me just a little bit because I don't like the 1 block space being there. The medium shelves fit perfectly, but this honestly might work better in the end. So the last route that you could do is click on the last guy that has the 1 left. Click on one of these shelves, whichever one you want. I'm going to do this one for now, and then set it to this shelf. So we can have a double back storage for this. Not necessary. You don't need that part at all. You can skip that whole thing and leave the medium shelves if you want. I think the medium shelves personally look better. That's why that is what the main setup cost is and everything. So I'm going to actually fill this one up with phosphorus acid and pseudo. This one up with phosphorus acid and pseudo, because that's their main shelf that they're taking it from. And this one filling up with phosphorus acid and pseudo. And everything is good. All you need is product. I'm going to walk you through exactly what product you need. And if you don't have a van, this would help out a lot, as I'm going to be buying 2 full large shelves for every product. So go ahead and follow along on this process. So this first shelf, we are putting the first ingredient, which is gasoline. And then the corresponding first shelf on the other side, I am going to put the rest of the gasoline. If you want the right numbers to get 2 full shelves, it's going to be 320 of a product. That's 160 times 2, because 160 fits on 1 large shelf. So 320 of a product. And I'm going to go ahead and get to the next products. I just figured I should go ahead and let you guys know the numbers so you don't got to do all the math and everything. I'm driving backwards. All right, so the next ingredient in this process is kook. So go ahead and fill up your next 2 shelves with kook. And also, when you're buying product from the gas station, which is where you're going to get most of your products, if you pull onto this little yellow box right here at the gas station, you can just pull the van onto it and then come inside the gas station. And when you go to order a product, down in the bottom right of the screen right here, it's going to say load into vehicle. If you don't want it to go into the vehicle, just uncheck that. But if you do, it'll go ahead and automatically put it all in your truck. All right, so the next ingredient on the list, the third ingredient, is going to be Addy. So we got gasoline, kook, Addy. All right, so the 4th ingredient on the list is batteries. So go ahead and fill up the next 2 shelves, the 4th shelf with the corresponding 4th shelf on that side with batteries. And the 5th product out of 6 is going to be horse semen. We're going to go ahead and fill up the 5th shelf here and the 5th shelf there. Starting to look real nice in here. Okay, and the 6th and final ingredient needed for this whole process is mega beans. Now that it looks just like this is the exact process that you want if you set your shelves up the right way. All right, so now we only have one thing left to do, and this might, depending on what product you're buying, this might be the most expensive part. I'm not gonna lie. So we need to fill up our acid, pseudo, and phosphorus shelves. All right, so now that we got the acid, phosphorus, and pseudo all in my van and everything, we're gonna put 3 on this shelf. Real quick, go ahead and put 1 stack of acid, phosphorus, and pseudo in each chemistry machine, otherwise it will mess up this process. 3 on this shelf if you did this one. And you want to have 3 on this shelf, so actually take 1 off the extra shelf if you had it. Take 1 off of this one, as that's just going to fill the other 2 shelves. So put it on this shelf. We want to have 3 on this one. Go ahead and start with this shelf first, if I'm being honest. Put 3 stacks of phosphorus here, and then fill these 2 shelves with acid. I got OCD, so I'm lining them up like this. These are going to be pseudo slots, so go ahead and put, and then last but not least, go ahead and put the last 2 stacks of phosphorus here, or not phosphorus, pseudo. Go ahead and throw the last 2 here. This is the most important one. This one needs to stay filled, as this one's filling all of these. Alrighty, now that we have everything, the last step in the whole process is to set beds. And the last and final bed, go ahead and set that up. And then fill up the briefcases with money. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate you for being here and showing support on all these videos. I've never seen something like that. I went from 150 subs to almost 2,000 now. You guys are insane, and I appreciate every single one of you. Please let me know in the comments if you need help with something. You can also go to the About section in my YouTube channel and join my Discord, and I can also help you there if I'm not getting to your comment fast enough. Once again, thank you guys for being here. I'll see you guys in the next video.